everyone, I'm Bucky Chicken, and we did it. I'm throwing this together last minute, even though this isn't even a day of it happened. It's like days after it happened, because I'm really good at scheduling things, but I have to be somewhere in 15 minutes, so hopefully I don't ramble for that long. We'll have to see. But anyway, 100 subscribers. I know I haven't really ever mentioned that might be the first time I ever said that word on the channel. I kind of tried to ignore that, that overall concept. I don't know. When I first started, I kind of made it my thing just to not really mention it. If someone did it when I was live streaming, maybe, I thank them. But overall, I like to pride myself in being one of those few people who don't bombard you with begging you to please hit that button at the end of every video, and then at the start and in the middle, and so sometimes it's just the entire thing. I never did that. If I did do that, I was joking, and I can't even think of any time I would have. So yeah, in the over 3.5 years that I did this, 100 of you have done it. I think the first 20 or so on my first day, basically just IRL people, and then it was a slow progress, or it was a slow process over time. Am I holding them? Okay, no, it's out of reach. I've been having this set up for 2 years now, where I just have to hold my mic because I can't find any other better solution to this. But yeah, 100 of you managed to do it in over 3.5 years. Starting to question maybe if I did start asking people to do it, maybe that would have been a quicker process, but I like to think it wasn't. I don't know, I just personally, I kind of find a little annoying people. Not that it's a bad thing, it makes sense. Just when I do it, I personally I don't want to do it. I'm not saying I don't like people who do that kind of stuff. Just for me, kind of goes against my YouTube morals. And yeah, I've mostly focused my attention on the views. I very rarely ever, if I got like 50 subscribers, I might kind of mention that, but overall, I was mostly focused on how many views I got, and over time, that number went up. Usually, considering those numbers come up around April or so, I want to say probably a fifth of those are probably me rewatching everything for the nutshell videos, but I think we're up to like 23,000 views, a little bit over that. So yeah, what I'm mostly focused on is I would rather have one person watch 23,000 times than 1 million people watch once. I guess, I don't know. To me, views matter, or just I care more about whether people like it more than whether just people look at it, or I don't know. I just woke up, kind of, to do this video because I have to be somewhere, and it involves my hair going away, and I want to make sure I look not that I look that presentable right now, but this is good enough. And yeah, I don't really have that much to say on the topic. Just thank you. I'm not really sure where my direction was headed when I first started this thing. To be honest, I'll admit I expected to reach that milestone a little earlier. So come on, guys, what the heck? But yeah, it's also something that never really concerned me. What I'm mostly focused on was how many times did someone click on the video, and how many likes did I get, stuff like that. Getting just random people who just click a button, and that's all it is. But that means that there's at least 100 unique people who like that stuff, and that's awesome. And I was checking at the analytics, and this is a while ago, but I forget how many it was. I'm pretty sure over 1,000 different viewers in the span of a year or so. So for the other 900 of you, what are you doing? But yeah, I want to do something for this. Back then, for when I reached video milestones, for my 100th video, I did basically this. For my 200, we good? Okay, we're good. For 200th video, I think I did a Q&A live stream where only one person answered questions, so that was a fun one. For 300, I think I did a Luigi's Mansion video. 400, I think was, I think that was my tier list, like my thumbnail tier list live stream. And then I think I may have done something for 500 seems like a lot, but I'm not, I don't think I ever did anything else for, that kind of milestones again. No, I think I did an 800th one. I don't know. It may have just been, yeah, I don't keep track of this. How many videos even have? I don't even remember how many I have. I think I have like 8. No, I think 800 was recently. I've been doing this for so long I can't even keep track of my own stuff. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to do like a basic update video. I haven't like done one of these since. I kind of want to say around. I want to say around the fall of 2019. Back then I used to do this kind of frequently, and just over time once I kind of started using Discord, that kind of faded into obscurity. I didn't really need to do this, considering I'm pretty sure most of my semi-active viewers are all on Discord anyway, so you know they're already gonna see it on there. But I kind of haven't really been advertising that much stuff. Oh gosh, what am I doing here? I haven't been advertising that much stuff on YouTube itself. Not because I mostly don't feel like I really need to. I feel like any changes that I do are minor enough, or just don't affect anyone, that I don't like. It wouldn't matter if I made a video on it or not. Like for example, back then I do update videos on just saying new series that are coming out or something. I think that was what they're for. I mean, I think they were fairly long, so I must have been talking about something at that point. But this is mostly just kind of focusing on just the year in general. I think Nutshell, I think it was Nutshell 2. I mentioned that at the end of the year I probably wouldn't be able to upload that much, and luckily that wasn't the case. Season 3 was really good. Just with like the games I was playing, I bumped up my quality and stuff like that, and still at a fairly quick pace. Season 4, not so much. I'm trying, really am. It's mostly just, it mostly boils down to just, I'm just so busy that when I eventually do get the time to do YouTube related stuff, I'm just not interested. I have like an hour, maybe a day, hour and a half, where I could do it, but at that point I'm just so exhausted that I just want to watch other people's stuff, because you know that doesn't take any work. It just requires a little bit of thumb movement, and then you just touch a thing, and then overall just relaxing and being lazy. And yeah, like right now I've barely been uploading since I guess April, because I know I took off a couple weeks to make Nutshell 3, and then that just kind of set the tone. The main thing that happened is just that I started becoming more advanced with Google Slides, which is what I use to make thumbnails. And eventually, just the better thumbnails I made, the more I wanted to make better ones. And just over time, I love the thumbnails for this year. These are like works of art. You go to art museums and you're like, why is this art? Meanwhile, you go to my thumbnail and you see this is art. The only problem is that takes effort and a lot of time. Some of these thumbnails you wouldn't expect. They take me hours, but they do take me hours. And also usually my attention span when making these things is just so slim. Like it's a thumbnail, so it takes a lot of time, and just I don't have the span to focus that long. So a lot of times I'll start, and like there's one thumbnail that I think took me 2 weeks to make, because I was just so on and off on it. And it mostly depends on the game. So like for Hat in Time, that was awful to make thumbnails for, because just there's some official art of it, but a lot of that game's art is like there isn't art for every character, and even then that game doesn't have that many characters. A lot of them get repeated, and the game models are kind of hard to find, and when you do find them, they're not really imposes that you'd like these in thumbnails. And then meanwhile, Deltarune, for example, Deltarune took a little while to make, but actually, no. I would say Deltarune was probably the most consistent I was this whole season when it comes to uploading stuff. Just because the sprite, it was all sprite work, and I had access to all the sprites of the game basically. So all I really had to do was just make the sprites transparent and then just put them in there. So that wasn't easy. Some of them, especially, some of them are insane. Like some of those thumbnails, I spend way too much time into. They're a little bit of a crowded mess. It eventually kind of boiled down to the fact that, like, back then I'd have a screenshot of the game as a thumbnail. Then I'd have like one character. Then I'd have two characters. Then I'd have three characters. And now you just boil down to this work of art. And now it just it triggers me when there's like more than this amount of empty space. If I see any empty space, I just have to cover it with something. And that just takes time. And I'm trying to slow down that process. And as I said, it must depend on the game. So like if the game has a lot of easy stuff to find, but like Metroid Dread, for example, that's a new game, and I don't think, because it didn't have like an instruction manual or anything, it's not like there's that much official artwork out there, surprisingly. And if there are any official models or sprites, they're kind of blurry because they're like just screenshots from the game blown up. So I kind of had to work around that. But yeah, overall, I'm not going away anytime soon, but daily videos, I don't see those ever coming back, quite frankly. And even then, I didn't permanently make it that way. Daily videos were supposed to be a thing that I did to make up for all the lost time that I lost during the summer of 2018, back when I got my game capture virus thing that prevented me from making any videos for like half a year. So yeah, I did daily videos at that time just to kind of just make up for all that stuff. And eventually I realized, wait a minute, this is like, why didn't I do this earlier? This is so easy. Because I guess at that point I was making a couple videos each session, but now what I have to do, because I'm just so busy, that I can only record on the weekends. And at this point, I'm usually only spending one day a week at most recording. And in fact, I think this is the first video I've recorded in like maybe a month. So yeah, probably a month at least. I haven't recorded my current series in probably 5 weeks or so, maybe 6 weeks. And it's just, it's annoying because like overall recording videos isn't that hard. Editing videos is not that hard, unless it's a hat in time, which in that case I had to record and then I had to record a video and audio separately, and then match them together while also having cuts constantly. Andreas died, and yeah, it just kind of means that some series are going to be probably easy. Like I would say if I had, there are a few like Super Nintendo games I want to play, so anything Super Nintendo, that would probably be easy. Just because the instruction manuals have so much art and they're so short that I can always just have images to use. Ahead in time, I had to really find stuff just to kind of just fill in space, because there's only so many hack keys you can use for a picture. But yeah, overall, I'm sorry about like the pace of season 4. Overall, I think this has the best videos. The overall series I really love. And I've enjoyed playing all these games. It's just I can't play them as frequently. And yeah, there's a lot I want to say. I'm trying to remember everything quickly because I don't have any script or any plan for this. But yeah, there'll be a season 5. I don't think I'll be ending anytime soon. It's just daily videos are kind of done. I just can't. You may see like 5 videos a week, but at the expense of no videos a week prior, because a lot of times what I do is I make thumbnails in bulk. So you might see nothing for a while, and then all of a sudden a bunch of videos come out. Oh my gosh, where did 50% of my hair go? So yeah, it's been like a half hour. I don't really remember what I was talking about, but at least I don't have to rush anymore because now I got this over with. Yeah, fun times. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that season 4 still has, I guess, 4 or 5 months left. I can do math roughly around that point. And yeah, I can't really say what's going to be happening next. As I said, I'm slowly doing stuff, but I can't guarantee a pace. Recently, I guess to be fair, since the dawn of time, I have been making long videos sometimes, just because a lot of times, I mean, more often than not, I'm really enjoying a game I'm playing, and therefore I want to be playing it for long, a while, and then I lose track of time, especially whenever I'm making things on my laptop, because then I don't really always have a clock right next to me doing it, so I kind of lose track of time pretty easily. But now I'm intentionally making videos 30 minutes, so at least then I'm not making as many videos, but at least the ones you are getting are longer than the other ones, so that way not only does it feel like you're getting more content, but also I can play. It's not like it's going to take me a year to play a game. I can slowly make up for lost time, very slowly. And yeah, I know from my initial Season 4 teaser poster I did back when Nutshell 3 came out, I had all these references to series that I was hoping to play in Season 4 or in the first half of Season 5, like basically soon. And some of that came true. Not most of it did. And yeah, I mean, as I said, I still have a bit more time left in the year, so I hope to do some more of that stuff. Things like Deltarune, Metroid Dread, and Rayman, I never intended on playing in this season, which is kind of a problem, considering those are like half the games I played this season so far. I really haven't got much done. I'm sorry, I'm spending as much, if not more, time on YouTube stuff than I ever have been, but just, I don't know, most of that time it's just been going to thumbnails. And a lot of times, like when I do, even though I said I only record once a week or whatever, when I do, I end up getting like 5 videos recorded, banged out, and editing's pretty easy. Those are done pretty quickly. I can come up with episode titles, stuff like that, but it's just the thumbnails, and I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get faster. It's hard when you don't have it's easier when you have a plan for thumbnails. When you don't really have a plan, you ran out of pictures to use, or you just don't know how to connect a thumbnail with a title, it's kind of hard to make. But yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. As I said, 2 years ago, or I guess not until 2, I was saying, how my life was gonna get pretty busy. Luckily, it didn't. Each year, I keep saying that this is gonna be the year where things are going to go chaos, and luckily that didn't happen until this year. I went to another new school, and yeah, it's just preventing me from doing a lot of my hobbies and happiness. But on the contrast, I am able to kind of use what I learned here into there. So in my high school's, I guess, TV news station, I'm a main anchor and co-editor, so I like to think that if I went for YouTube, I wouldn't have been interested in that club. And even then, even if I would have been slightly interested, I probably, especially with anchoring, beforehand I was fairly shy. Still kind of am, but when it comes to a camera, no offense, guys. Stop! No offense, guys, but to me, you're basically like a piece of metal with a kind of like a lens or a piece of glass on it. So you don't scare me. I could just punch you right now. So yeah, I think it's kind of doing YouTube has benefited me. Besides just bragging rights for myself that, oh my gosh, this video got 3 likes and I was only one of them. But yeah, obviously at this point, everything that I have teased, not everything will be coming true for this season. And yeah, like I planned out basically the next like 6 years of content. I lost the file. I did it on Google Doc and I lost the file. So that was a few days work of stuff gone. So now I have no plan. But yeah, there have been several times where I'd schedule everything out and then it just never comes true. It's just kind of a hard thing where, like, I'm almost 4 years in. Actually, no, how many? I'm almost 4 years in. I can do math. I'm so amazing. And I mean, I feel like I've reached the midway point of the channel. Like, I don't really like talking about this because it's something that I can't really predict. I mean, I can think, I guess I can think of a rough time, but like, it's something where when I do eventually stop YouTube, I don't think it's gonna be something that I want to do, more just something I kind of have to do. And even then, when I do stop it, I don't think I'll really be stopping it. I'll probably keep it up for a little while after then, but similarly to how it is now, it'll just be very infrequent content. Or maybe I'll just live stream or something. I don't know. I don't like thinking about it, but I like to feel that I at least have 2.5 more years that I can do this. Heck, maybe 3, give or take. How much stuff will be uploaded in that time frame, I don't know. I don't make any promises, but I don't know, it's just kind of hard because there are so many games I want to play. I'm looking at a bookshelf right here, full of games. I have over 80 games in my Steam library, so yeah. I'm having to reach the realization that I'm not going to be able to play everything. So therefore, when I do make a series, I shouldn't just make a series because it's a game in a series I kind of like. So I'm going to play because I feel like I have to. I mean, to be fair, I already kind of played all the NES games I was going to do, so that doesn't really apply. But I don't know. I'm going to try to focus on games that I really do want to play. So that way, if I do have to stop this in a year or 2 years, at least I can feel somewhat better about that decision. And yeah, there were some projects. There have been a lot of projects on this channel. I didn't want to just be Buck the Chicken. I wanted to have others, like a lot. Back in 2018, I had all these sister shows planned out, starring me and I guess Gunk and stuff, other guests. None of those ever really panned out, and I guess around the summer of 2020, there were a lot of, if you may remember the Bucktoons pilot that appeared in the Henhouse Arms video, that was going to be a thing. Bucktoons was going to be a show. And for the past 1.5 years, I've spent kind of just writing episode outlines, writing lore, just describing characters, stuff like that. And for a while, Gunk was also active in it, and it looked like it was going to be a good show. It was going to be like a cartoon, kind of, like, basically like a cartoon that was edited in a cheap editing software, so mostly just pictures that would slightly move if the characters moving, stuff like that. But it was me based off, Gunk and I's YouTube characters, kind of like our exaggerated characters in kind of a Gaming 3 world, where like each episode might be about a certain game franchise or just an original idea. Gunk and I used to be writers when we were younger, and that's where the concept of Buck Chicken came from. He was a book character. So it was exciting to kind of turn that character and kind of revisit a lot of the older characters, and just kind of do new things with them. So our third grade brains now, or our third grade ideas are now being transported into like a newer, actually good, possibly, setting. Yeah, I talked about this sometimes in the past. Like I had written a script almost for the first episode, and yeah, I mean, I don't think it was great. I wanted to do a bit more research on, like, just writing stories before really doing anything. And I think it was mostly just an issue between Gunk and I trying to figure out exactly how we wanted things, because Gunk's great. It's just like we have similar we have very similar interests. But like there's always like that one concept we just can't agree on or something, and yeah, it just kind of halted progress. And also the fact that I can barely upload actual videos means that uploading this is going to take a while, and I'm not sure if it'll ever happen. I feel bad saying that, but just I feel like if I can't do 5 episodes at least, then what's the point of making, like, what's the point of dedicating all that work into one? I know that during the main year I can't even work on it, and if so, they'd all have to work on it in the summer, and I just don't see I don't see myself being able to do that, especially as I'm getting older now. And yeah, I'm against hiring an editor. My whole time, besides one Minecraft video uploaded in 2018, late 2018, that was edited by Gunk. Everything else has been edited by me. I've done everything, whether it be thumbnails, just regular video stuff. My artist, Aura Depths, 2 words, I can't pronounce that well. Why do you name yourself that? She does the art, but besides that, it's mostly just me, and I like it that way. Like because I'm evil or selfish or something, but I just, as much as I love making things and just being involved in the creative process, if someone else, or especially a group of people, actually I'd say more just, especially if it was only one person was working on the show, then I couldn't look at it as my show. It'd be our show, and therefore I couldn't be as proud of it as much because I didn't do everything, which is probably a bad way of looking at things, but I don't know. I just, for now, I want to keep it a one-man band, and obviously Grunk's there for creative decisions and stuff like that. But overall, if it's going to be made, then I want to be the one to make it, and that basically is digging his own grave. And speaking of Henhouse, the cooperative game show Henhouse, that's had a really rocky road. It started during COVID-19, so I think Gunka and I started recording the week before COVID-19 hit, or like COVID-19 got bad in America. I think the second one was recorded the day of that everything got shut down. So yeah. That was just kind of because it was convenient for both of us, but over time, like the ones I did with my channel artist and the other 2, those are all recorded because, well, the whole country was in shambles, so they had nothing better to do but to record with me. But just over time, that went away, so I had less free time to record and edit, stuff like that, and it just kind of reached a point where I'm like, I don't have that many friends who I can do this kind of stuff with, so it's just kind of hard when, especially like if Gunk and I have different schedules, then nothing's gonna get recorded. And we have recorded some stuff, and there's a few stuff that I'm not even sure if I will ever release. Most, like, there was one we did where he was drugged up on dental medication. It was funny, but it was a disaster. So I'm not sure if, again, it's not like a full video, so if anything, like, there were a few that were recorded in early 2020, or no, early 2021, so I might just make a one, like, Henhouse highlight video or something. Or maybe I'll just do another Bucktoons thing, because, like, the whole point of the pilot was just deleted scenes that was taking place before, like behind the scenes content that took place before the actual ARMS video. So maybe we'll do our second pilot, just kind of in that format, just so I can kind of keep anything else funny in that time. I don't know what I'll do with that. There's also Murder Mystery Part 3, which I've mentioned existing for, I guess I recorded it in April of 2020, and I still haven't uploaded it yet, mostly just due to the, I mean, I kind of just want to get the video out. I don't like discussing stuff like this because this is like gonna get outdated soon, but yeah, it's like an old video, and Aura, like the artist girl wasn't even in that one, so it was just me, her brother, and the other guy. So I'm not sure if I'll upload that one, but it's also something where if I have footage for a video, I just kind of want to do it. And heck, I might just upload it just so I can say I did something Henhouse related. somewhat soon. But very recently, Gunk and I have been recording a bunch of videos for Hen House. They might not be as highly edited as the other ones, because before I was like determined to edit everything, where doesn't really need to be the case. But yeah, so Hen House isn't dead. It's just the problem where like I don't have many people who I can do it with. So it basically just boils down to Gunk. And like there have been like 6 games this year where I organized the cast, and just it is so hard to get people on the same schedule. And it sounds ridiculous. Like I said, it sounds stupid, but just like for as small of a life as I have, I just could never seem to get around. You know, basically these people are nocturnal. So yeah, it's hard to do some of this stuff. But Hen House isn't dead. It won't be ever anywhere as uploaded as frequently as it used to be, but there'll be some stuff with that at least you can look forward to if that's basically what you care about. But yeah, for Bucktoons, I want to work on it eventually. It might be years from now, to be honest. It might just be something where like if I ever end YouTube when it comes to gaming content, but I still have a bit more time to just do things on my free time, maybe I'll pick up a series. I don't know. It's just I'm tired of working on all these, like I'm just spending so much time on all these series and then they just never end up working out. And I'm not sure if I hinted at this, but Gunk and I were planning on making a second channel. That was I don't want to talk about that much, mostly because I'm not sure if anything I would really say would make any sense. But it would basically just kind of be like the reviews I used to make. Less review-like, more retrospective-like, or just topics in gaming, and it'd be both of us playing characters that are from his old home movie channel. And we also worked. We spent a lot of time working on that. We had like 60 video ideas, and I had worked on half of a script for a video, and well, we don't have time to make that. I'm not even sure if we talked about it in the past half year, so I wouldn't expect that. I don't know. I was really passionate about it, but it's just also the issue where it's like for me, if I'm making a video, if I can't make my own video, then like I'm not gonna have any time to work on something else, and I don't know. I guess it's also kind of discouraging when you spend like a week making a video script, and then one of your favorite creators comes out with the video with the exact same concept and covers almost all the exact same ideas you copy that. So yeah, I'm not sure that'll ever release. I don't know. I want to do more stuff. But I'll have to see. I'm kind of rambling now, but there has been a lot of stuff that's been worked on behind the scenes this past year, 2 years kind of. But so hopefully at least Bucktoons will come out. If not in all of its glory, at least a few episodes to kind of show some of that time was put onto something. And I don't know, like I'm still not really sure what I want to do when I'm a big boy. And I like to feel that each part of YouTube kind of helps me develop a skill. And as I said, I mean, it's been helping me already. So maybe Bucktoons will help me with storytelling or similar things. So I'll see you guys in another video that'll come out probably a month from now. We'll have to see, but yeah, I have just know I always have a bunch of videos ready to do. It's just those freaking thumbnails. So I'm trying. I might just have to come to a point where I could just have to say this is good enough and just upload it, because thumbnails are such a small part of the YouTube process. So yeah, there's so many more games I want to play. So many more games I own and I want to play, and it's killing me. I've had there's been a lot of games I've been having for years, and there always have been like near my next things on my to-do list, and it just never happened. Sonic 2, I'll get to you eventually. Don't worry, Sonic 2. I've been holding you off for like the past 2 years now, but eventually I'll get to you. So I guess really, thanks for watching throughout the years. as I said, it's cool to see a nice. It's cool to see a nice 3-digit number under my subscribers list. If I had 1 subscriber, I wouldn't care. No offense, it's just I make videos for me, really, to document just my experiences playing games. But having people who actually care and watch about that enhance the experience for me, and make me feel like I'm doing something with my life so far. So yeah, I'd be happy with 1 subscriber. So the fact that there's 100 of them makes me even more happy. And yeah, hopefully I'll gain more than like 5 in the next 3 years, but we'll have to see. I mean, as I said, my views have been kind of going up, so that's what I mostly care about. If no one else ever watches my video, if no one else new ever comes again, but it's just the same people just watching again, that's great. I like a dedicated. And I see people doing that kind of stuff, and I like to feel that I have a lot of variety of games. So unless you're a big old shooter nerd or a kart racing nerd, I probably have a series for you out there. So thanks for watching, and yeah, hopefully I'll be making the 200 subscriber specials soon. Well, I'll have to see, and hopefully this kind of clears some things up. It'll probably this video is gonna be like an hour long, isn't it?